ISET keeps on having new initiatives to serve global theological education. Perhaps some of you are not aware of the ISET program for academic leadership that has been led for many years by Fritz and Steve. Dr. Steve Hardy is with us here with his dear wife as well. Fritz was unable to make it because of health issues, as I mentioned this morning. But this program has benefited hundreds of academic leaders in many institutions globally. Another initiative by ISET was the ISET Doctoral Initiative, an initiative started a few years ago in partnership with Langham Partnership, Scholar Leaders, and Overseas Council. And now this initiative is being co-led by Dr. Kevin Lawson and Dr. Steve Chang. And today, I have the great honor and privilege to invite my good friend and colleague, Dr. Marvin Oxenham, to introduce another initiative, a very exciting initiative, ISET Academy. So here's Marvin. Welcome, Marvin.
Well, good morning, everyone. It's a privilege to be here and to present to you one of the latest children of the ISET network. So if we can get the PowerPoint started. Good. Well, that was the best part of the presentation. Now just let me give you a little bit more background information. We have a table at the back. There are several of us around all week to be able to answer your questions. First of all, the short story. It's a 2-year-old story now. It began a couple years ago in 2016 when the European Accrediting Association felt the need to do more in training the faculty and the leadership of the theological schools we were accrediting. We would often go into schools and suggest development of the faculty, in particular in education, and didn't always know where to point to get this sort of training. This is a need that is seen by many of the accrediting associations that make up the ISET, as well as a number of other capacity building organizations that many of you represent across the world. The observation, as our good friend Paul Sanders has often said, about theological education being neither theological nor educational. I don't know about the theological, but the educational part is what the ISET Academy is concerned about. So we met together last year in Rome, and you can see a number of us meeting, and we're having pizza by the Pantheon, as one normally would. And that was very conducive for a 2-day meeting of a number of people who felt the same need to do something, to work together in creating and bringing our energies around the table to develop a project that now has come to the name of ISET Academy, and that formally at the weekend during the ISET board meetings will become formally owned by the ISET board. So it will become a formal branch of the ISET organization. Interestingly, we used a metaphor during our meetings in Rome that the ISET Academy brings nothing new to the table, but it creates a new table around which we can gather as those that are concerned with building educational capacity in the world of theological education. So the actual product that is now sort of at the center of this synergy between partners and providers is the site, www.iset.academy. In this site, there's a number of things, and you can browse it and take a look for yourself. There are, first of all, short courses. We realize that theological educators are very, very busy people. And to expect them to take time out and extended periods of research leave dealing with educational issues sometimes is simply not realistic. So the ISET Academy offers short courses, typically 10 hours of learning, which any faculty member, in the course of a couple of months can find the time to build their educational savvy through short courses. The ICET Academy then doesn't offer degrees, it doesn't offer credit. What we've devised is a fellowship scheme. And so as you complete courses, you build up points of the courses that you've completed, and with a certain number of these points, you become an ICET Academy Fellow. Now, we tried to find a name for the women that will probably beat all of us men in the courses, but we couldn't come with a fellowess. So forgiveness to the better side of the world, fellow is gender inclusive in this case. And the ICET Academy Fellow status hopefully will become a brand that as the Academy grows across the world will become a synonym for people who are serious about education as well as about theology. There's a wide range of topics, and I'll show you just in a minute some of the categories of topics that the courses are offering, and flexible delivery as well. There's several of the courses in the ICET Academy that are fully online courses, but we also offer courses that are event-based. Several of our partners, in fact, they offer training through events that take place locally in a seminary or in a group of seminaries. Probably one of the best known examples of one of our partners is Overseas Council and their Institutes for Excellence that are offered locally as workshops. With the ICET Academy now, these event-based courses will have a platform where some small pieces of assessment will take place after the workshop, after the event, and you will be able to then gain credit for the course through the ICET Academy. And then we also have portfolio-based courses, which you can read more about on the website. Key, as I said in the beginning, is the fact that the ICET Academy is a partner organization. We join together, there's nothing really new, but we find novelty in putting our energies together, avoiding duplication, creating synergy. I'd like to ask all of those wearing a t-shirt like mine to stand, so you can actually see in the room the people who are, at the moment, cooperating with the ICET Academy. So these are people that are either on the steering committee, they're people who participated in the designing of the ICET Academy, they're writing courses, and there's a number of other people in the room who aren't yet t-shirt status, but they're applying to be partners. We have negotiations going on already with several of you in this room. Applications are coming for new partners in the ICET Academy, new course writers. And so very much give our appreciation, have a talk to these people, ask them about the ICET Academy, and we're most willing to answer your questions. So thank you. You can be seated. And finally, the ICET Academy is also very much about enhancing quality. As I said in the beginning, it was born as an idea of accrediting agencies. And there's a lot of courses that we're planning that are already in the ICET Academy that have to do with the work that we do as accrediting agencies. Let us not forget the ICET is a network of accrediting agencies. That's where it starts, and that's a fundamental identity of the ICET. You will find courses in the ICET Academy, for example, on considering accreditation. A school comes to you and says, we'd like to be accredited. What is it? Now there's a short 10-hour course where we explain what accreditation is, what a school needs to prepare for, whether it's something they should consider or not. We're planning together with ATA, ECTE, and MIATE, we're talking about creating a course for training VET members. The visitation teams that go in and do accreditation work often need to be trained. The ICET Academy can be a place where we offer courses with this kind of training that will really help the work that we do as accrediting agencies. And we'll go back. So here's just an example of some of the categories that we have at the moment. So we have courses in teaching and learning, spiritual formation, online education, leadership and management, character education, innovation, design and delivery, accreditation and quality assurance, philosophy and theology of education. These are the categories. Within each one of these categories, then there's a number of short courses. So far, we have about 25 courses that are ready for delivery. A number of other courses are being prepared. And as we go forward, our aim is within the next few years to have hundreds of short courses in the ICET Academy that are available across the world. And just let me say, by the way, that this consultation is an ICET Academy course. The learning that you are doing you are learning things about the secular-sacred divide in theological education. If you sign up for the ICET Academy, you will find this course. You can enroll in this course, take a short self-reflective assessment piece, do a small quiz. I'm taking notes on this plenaries, and you'll be asked questions to make sure you've listened. And when you pass that, you will be awarded 10 points of learning in the ICET Academy simply for having attended this conference, and that will count toward your fellowship status. This is a sort of thing that we would like to encourage. So we are just starting. As I said, we're building new partnerships, and there's conversations going on. If there's others in the room that thought, oh, we would like to partner with the ICET Academy, come talk to any of us with the t-shirt. We're also very keen on recruiting global writers, educationalists from different parts of the world that are experts. If you go on the website at the moment, you will find something which I find quite frankly terrifying, that most of the courses so far are written by white Western males. Now that is not good. So we are actively looking to recruit, to find people in other parts of the world that have educational expertise and that can write courses in also different languages. At the moment, we only have courses in English, but the site is set up for multi-language. And the dream of the ICET Academy is to have dozens of courses in many different languages, written for many different contexts, to serve the many faces of theological education. And obviously we are, as of today, enrolling students. I'm done, Riyadh. So, thank you, C18. Come by the table, and first of all, get your gadget by registering. I have 40 battery packs that say charging theological education. This will charge your phone one time. If you sign up and enroll for the ICET Academy during this conference, you get a free battery pack. Yeah, I've only got 40 and I've already given away about 15, so crowd us at the desk. You'll find in your folder, in addition to a general flyer, and there's more of these, take as many as you need, you found this little card here, and on the back of it, it says IA Promo. What we're doing is the first year of courses on the ICET Academy is absolutely free for anyone who has attended this conference and for the faculty of your schools if you've attended this conference. So basically, we want in this next coming year